So, what does a huge global airline do after its best year in history? Well, if you're Qatar Airways, you don't just pop the champagne. Nope, you cash in and you make a massive $2 billion bet on the future. Okay, let's dive into how they turn these record profits into a pretty radical new strategy.
All right, first, let's just get to the headline number. For the fiscal year ending in 2025, Qatar Airways posted a jaw-dropping net profit of $2.15 billion US. Now, this isn't just a good number, it is, without a doubt, the strongest financial result in the airline's entire history.
And look, we're talking about a massive 28% jump in profit from the year before. This incredible leap was fueled by a huge surge in passenger demand. They hit a historic 83% load factor, which basically just means their planes were fuller than ever before. And on top of that, their cargo division was surprisingly strong, with revenues climbing 17%.
So that's the big question, right? With billions of dollars in the bank, what do you do next? Do you just go out and buy more planes? Pay down some debt? Well, Qatar's leadership decided to do something way more interesting.
Instead of just reinvesting in more of the same old thing, they pulled off this huge strategic pivot, and in the process, completely changed how they invest their money and build their global network. And this all leads to what we're calling the billion-dollar pivot. The idea was pretty simple, really. They decided to cash out of an old investment so they could double down on a brand new strategy.
And here is the first big move. In November 2025, Qatar Airways sold its entire stake in its Hong Kong-based rival, Cathay Pacific. Just that one move freed up nearly $900 million in cold, hard cash. It was a crystal clear signal that the old way of doing things, yeah, that was over.
Now this is where it gets really interesting, because it shows a huge shift in thinking. The old strategy, holding a passive financial stake in a competitor like Cathay, it was a decent financial play, but it offered almost zero direct benefit to their own network. The new strategy, though, it's all about building an active feeder network. That means investing in airlines that will actually funnel traffic from their regions directly into Qatar Airways' main hub in Doha. It's about partners who help you, not just an investment sitting on a balance sheet.
So this brings us to what you could almost call Qatar Airways 2.0. The vision is all about moving away from those passive investments and toward building an empire of active, synergistic partnerships. And by synergistic, we mean creating a network where a passenger flying on Airlink in Africa can seamlessly connect to a Qatar flight to Australia. It creates this one powerful, unified travel experience.
So where did all that cash go? Well, it went into two really key investments. First, a 25% stake in Virgin Australia. That gives Qatar just unprecedented access to the super lucrative Australian market. And second, a strategic stake in Airlink, a top-tier regional airline that opens up incredible connectivity all across southern Africa. Both of these are designed to do one thing: funnel passengers onto Qatar's long-haul flights.
And you can see the real-world results right here. This isn't just theory. For their winter 2025 schedule, the airline added a massive 3,000 additional flights. They doubled their frequency to key hubs like Lagos, they seriously boosted service to Kuala Lumpur, and even brought back the giant A380 Super Jumbo for those premium heavy routes like Singapore. This is aggression in action.
But this multi-billion-dollar bet, it isn't just about where the planes fly. It's about why passengers would choose to fly on them in the first place. And that brings us to the second part of their strategy: landing a knockout blow in the passenger experience arena.
Meet Starlink Wi-Fi. And no, we're not talking about that slow, unreliable internet you might be used to on a plane. This is ultra-high-speed, low-latency connectivity from the second you get on to the second you get off. The best way to think about it, it's basically like having your home fiber internet connection with you in the sky.
So why is this such a big deal? Because for the most valuable customers in the airline industry, business travelers, this is an absolute game changer. For executives who need to be online constantly, this isn't just a nice little perk. It is a powerful, compelling reason to choose Qatar over a rival like Emirates or Etihad.
And here's the masterstroke. Qatar Airways is the first global carrier rolling this out across its huge Boeing 777 fleet. And get this, they're offering it completely free. That is a massive investment in making their product different, and it's something competitors are going to struggle to match quickly.
Okay, so what does all of this mean for the future? Let's take a quick look at the incredibly dominant position Qatar has carved out for itself as it heads into 2026.
So let's just recap their position of strength here.
They have a massive cash buffer from that Cathay sale. They're flying one of the world's youngest and most fuel-efficient fleets. They've built a much smarter, more synergistic global network that's designed to outmaneuver their rivals. And they've rolled out a game-changing product that targets the most profitable flyers out there. I mean, it is a seriously powerful combination.
Which really just leaves us with this one final thought. With record profits turned into a massive war chest, a state-of-the-art fleet, and a brilliantly executed new strategy, you just have to ask yourself, in this high-stakes chess match against giants like Emirates and Etihad, is Qatar Airways making all the right moves to become truly unstoppable?